I just thought I'd have a random Astro wrap. Not that I'm going to cut loose and wrap, but yeah, just about what I've been doing or what you guys have been doing during the quarantine. Too, you have good days and bad days, So, um, anyways, somebody turned me on to a master class. You buy one, you get another one free or something. So she went in house with someone, and they gave me the other half. So I just did Timberland beats. So that's what I've been doing. Of course, I did them all at once. A couple of sessions, just watched all the videos, and I really enjoyed that. It was fun. So I'm going to pick out another master class, and it's just going to be all creative stuff, either music or acting or something creative that is fun. As for the workbooks, I downloaded them, but I don't know if I'll look at them. But it would be fun to start making beats. That would be fun to do. Yeah, so that's a Mars, Saturn, and Aquarius thing to do, a master class. A lot of people are learning foreign languages. They're having all kinds of sales on learn 20, 25, 21 languages for half price. I don't know if it was Duolingo or, yeah, so, yeah, it's just easy to veg out and do, just, I don't even put the news on until 5 o'clock. I like to have news at dinner time, and I try to limit it, because for a while I was watching way too much of it at the beginning of this COVID epidemic, and yeah, it could really get to you. So I'm trying to limit exposure, but at the same time, stay tuned. Especially I listen to Gavin Newsom, our governor. He's the most articulate, intelligent governor that, some people wish they had him as a governor. So he's handling this crisis very, very well. And Dr. Anthony Fauci, I just greatly, greatly admire him, the way I just did his chart. I'll be posting that soon, the way he tackled the AIDS virus in San Francisco, in the world. And he's tackling this one as well. So, yeah, this doesn't really have a topic. I'm just kind of like rambling about my master class with the beats. I will be picking out another one today. I was thinking of Martin Scorsese. Yeah, next. Not that I'm going to be doing filmmaking, but it would be fun and interesting. And I like his movies, so that would probably be one I would choose. So I used to write poetry, so maybe one on writing. But my Sun and Mercury are so close together that I tend to start a lot of things, a lot of things all at once. And yeah, as a double Aries, I don't always finish everything. And then Jupiter too, throw that in the mix. It's like expanding, get enthusiastic, and have projects, but finishing them. But you know what? So what? I mean, it's the main thing is to find something to entertain yourself or stay busy. I haven't been doing so great on texting and calling people as I was. However, we do have a sister's text going, all four of us, four girls in the family, and we've got an ongoing group text going. So I guess that counts. But I should call a couple of my friends or FaceTime my sister, like I've been saying. It's the one-on-one that we need so much during these times. Watching comedy, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, and their kids are so cute doing the live from home. And it's so interesting going into everyone's home. And you guys have all seen my studio a million times. Not really a studio. I wish I had my own studio. So someone comes walking through here, it's distracting, especially if I'm reading a chart. But what's to complain about? I mean, I'm not in the ER, thank God. I'm being very, very careful. I'm really adhering to the quarantine strictly. I barely go out for a walk. Sometimes, a little walk, but if it's cold and rainy, I just really try to take care of my lungs because I know compromised. You know, I've got asthma, and when I get sick, I'm down for a long time. So I already know that. So yeah, I just be very, very, very careful with it. Um, but yes, jumping from task to create, it's good to have a lot of different creative tasks, but I tend to go like on tangents. So, like I said before, I was painting. I was painting acrylics before I moved here. I started out doing poetry, just writing poetry actually out of grief, grief or heartache or breakup or poetry or exquisite beauty. So I was writing poetry, and then I was doing like creative writing, and I was doing the artist way. So I was doing my morning pages and writing. Oh gosh, probably for a couple of years. And when my dad died, I started to write a book called Brian's Letters about my dad. But it's still sitting in my garage in a box. But I did the outline. So I went from writing to painting. We started a group, acrylic. Well, they were. I was hanging out with some artists in Lake County when I lived up there, and we started a paint group, and so we were having paint-ins at each other's house. So I was the only poet, so I ended up painting. And my painting is, my favorite painters are the post-impressionists, so mine is very bold, you know, like throw paint at the canvas. Bold strokes, kind of abstract, and I love acrylics because it's fast. It's fast, and it dries fast, and it's quick and easy. And you can work on like 3 canvases at the same time. It's like, okay, done, on to the next. So, yeah, that would be Sun, Mercury, Jupiter in Aries with Aries ascendant. It's just a lot of varied interests, but some of the energy is scattered. You know, it is scattered and completing things. And, you know, Jupiter, first house Jupiter would give a more universal, whole picture thing. I like to get to the point and see the whole picture. You know, so I was trying to design something on Fiverr. You know, and I was trying to. It's like design illustrators and graphic designers from all over the world. So I'm explaining my design and concepts, and they're going, "Ma'am, you know, what do you want? Can you draw a picture? What do you mean? What do you mean?" And so that's how I talk in concepts and word association. So I want this and this with this, you know, the symbol with the constellation. And yeah, about two of them from India or Sri Lanka or wherever, they were having a problem with my communication skills. Not skills, but yeah. And so I had to. I want to work with them again, but I have to be very clear. And yeah, so anyway, it's concepts. I like concepts, and I like to start a lot of different things and have a lot of different interests, but pretty much I'm all in. I'll do something, then I'm all in. Like the painting case is kind of over. I had it set up in here, the studio, set up right here where I'm doing astrology videos now. But I was painting when I first moved here. I was doing acrylics, so I have some hanging in the garage. I have some hanging in the garage, and it's kind of like an abstract, Laurel Rock. Impressionist was my style of painting, sort of impressionist, abstract impressionist. Monet and Van Gogh are my favorite painters. My poetry as well is kind of just word association. You know, it's like my favorite poem. I wish I had it out. It's in the garage. It's in a whole box of my writing, but it's Mr. Codependent. It was like a slam. It was like a rap. It was like a rap. I just slammed this guy. Hey, Mr. Codependent, you can't be like me. You're so dense, you make no sense. Blah, 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 blah. I ripped into him. Due to the state your awareness is in, I don't know, I can't remember the thing. But yeah, so went from writing to painting to this. And then I kind of was trying my hand at design, only because I needed a logo. And heard about Fiverr, which is really cool, but yeah, I need to learn not to communicate in concepts and ideas, but that's how thought forms are, like, yeah. Family member gets really annoyed with me because I interrupt, and that's Sun, Mercury, and Aries is totally interrupt her, interrupt and blurt things out, and it's like, okay, are you done yet? Can I talk? It's a conversation. It's supposed to, roll in and out and exchange, but yeah, to have to sit and listen to a whole monologue before I can talk, it's really hard. And then I get that, well, are you listening? You're not listening. Are you listening? Because you can tell I'm not listening. I've already moved on to the next thing. It's like, okay, I get the point, but really I probably missed the second half of it, because anyway, that's a Sun Mercury first house thing too. But and Jupiter too, first house Jupiter could be teaching, which is kind of what I'm doing now. And the worldview would be, that's kind of what I see when I look at charts, or when I was painting, I would paint in concepts, like I did Greece. I went to Greece, and so I just felt like my grandfather is from Fiona, Greece, near Athens, and so I just felt grounded, like I'd been there for centuries, and I felt like, I think some poetry came flowing out of me about that, about the red rock at the Acropolis. And so, so when I painted the Acropolis, and it was just kind of abstract. It was like the red rock and the Greek pillars, and throw in some bougainvillea, so you kind of get that. But the distance and perception and all that, I'm not a realist. I mean, that's just too Virgo for me. Yeah, and oils, get asthma. So the acrylics are cool. Acrylics. So maybe someday I'll bust them out, but they really can take over the house. So, talking in concepts, that's what I do with the astrology. That's what I did through my poetry, and that's what I also did through my painting. It's pretty much, here's the whole picture. Yeah, so I've been wanting to order some things on Fiverr, but I've been trying to think about how to explain what I want in just a few words that they can understand. So I was going to design more shirts for all the other signs, So, so I have to illustrate those. And anyway, I'm just rapping about what I'm doing with the quarantine. Some days I just feel like sleeping, pretty much a night owl. I got up early this morning. I actually got up early. Well, if you call 11 early. Yeah, I mean, at least I was pretty much up and dressed by 11. I mean, for a while I was sleeping till noon and stay up. My cutoff is 1. I try to go to bed by 1:30-ish. But that's when it's quiet. It's the most quiet. It's kind of a night owl. Not really a morning person. What else? So I mean, we all have good days and bad days during the quarantine. Walking around the block is so boring to me. It's like, I don't want to see houses, unless from where I used to live, I had a view of the lake, and it was more nature, with ducks and deer. But here, it's the same block, I don't want to walk around the same block. So sometimes I'll drive to a park that's really pretty close and go for a walk there. because at least it's nature. Or walk around my yard. There's really nothing out there. I watered the plants yesterday out there, and then it rained. So I guess I've got other stuff to talk about, but I did want to share the master class with you guys. My daughter went in with a friend of hers, and so they split it, and I got the free one. So I'm gonna do them all, not all of them, but all the creative fun ones I'm gonna do. So today I get to pick out one, and I'm kind of leaning towards Martin Scorsese. And I kept calling Timbaland Dre, because Dre does the beats. So halfway through, 3/4 through the thing, I was calling him Dre, and I thought, oops, it's Tim Timbaland. But it was good. It was really good. So that's just a tip if you guys are bored out of your minds and you need some inspiration. TikTok. I just checked that out. That's kind of funny. Watched a bunch of videos, read the privacy statement, and yeah, of course it's very intrusive and invasive. So, I felt like sharing a couple of them until I read that. I said, nah, I don't think so. But that's entertaining. DJ Nice, which I heard about through Jimmy Fallon Live. Jimmy Fallon, DJ Nice with his Instagram dance quarantine. What's it called? Club Quarantine. Yeah, so he does lives all the time. If you're bored out of your mind, and if you can't body move that much, move something. And so every once in a while he'll post that he's doing a live, and it's just crank it up and bust a few moves with him, even if it's one song, just one or two, couple songs. Sometimes he really gets a good jam going. He paid a tribute to Still Bill Withers. So anyway, I better end this because I'm really just rambling now. I really wish I could come up with more ideas to entertain. I never ever watch cooking shows as a rule. Last night I was watching this really cute Italian, I don't know her name, Italian grandma making her home cooked recipes. She made homemade pizza, just huge batches, like, to feed 5 families. That's how my mom would cook. The Greeks, they would cook big batches like the Italians. So yeah, she would make her homemade pasta, homemade spaghetti. I watched her make the pizza sauce. I watched her make pizza, and what's the other one? What's the other one she made? It was good. Whatever it was good. Pizza and I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch cooking shows. Pizza. It had to be spaghetti. What are the 2 main Italian dishes? She made a really good mozzarella pizza. And she made her own pasta, so it had to be the sauce. Yeah, it was the sauce. She made it with her, of course, her own tomatoes. And yeah, so I actually watched the cooking show because I liked her a lot. And I make my own spaghetti sauce, not like hers, and we just picked tons of the rosemary bush, and so I got like bushels of rosemary, and I bought some garlic, so there turned out to be the elephant garlic cloves. So we're having chicken. We're gonna have chicken for Easter dinner, so I was thinking what to stuff the chicken with, and I watched Gordon Ramsay stuffed roast chicken. But a lot of spices, but you did put a lemon in there, so I could do that. So watching cooking shows, that's very, very different for me, because but I wish I had her name. She's worth watching. she is worth watching. This Italian. I don't know who's filming her. Her son. They've got a beautiful kitchen, and they're traditional Italian recipes. So I'm gonna keep watching her. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm gonna end this because I'm just rambling on now about cooking shows, but I guess I'm trying to say we have to vary our interests, and God, I'm on a major, massive sugar binge because I just had my birthday and then Easter's coming up, so there's like sugar everywhere. There's like, I got my Easter basket already, and my daughter's making batches of cookies for her big brothers, big sisters, they made cookies on Zoom together, which was really cool. So I kind of got to listen in. So now I'm kind of have to help eat all these cookies. There's like tons of them. And just knowing it's in the house is kind of hard. Those are my birthday roses. And my Easter basket. And I did tune into Mass. I don't go to Mass. I used to go, like, I love the cathedrals in San Francisco, but I did I looked up some churches in San Francisco, Catholic Masses, and so I went to one, but I'll go to one on Easter on Zoom. It's just kind of different. It's different. It's not, but it's okay, because now I can go. I don't have to deal with the parking. I don't like the church here anyway, where I moved. I really don't like the Catholic church here. I liked it. It's about 45 miles from here. When I first moved, I stayed at my sister's, and I bonded with that one. I really liked it, St. Paul's. But the one here, I just don't like it, so I stopped going. And yeah. Yeah, because they stand through the whole damn thing, They stand through the whole. That just pissed me off if they stand through the whole thing. Especially if you're behind someone really tall and you're like way in the back. And so somebody said sit in the front. And then the ushers were talking really loud and full voice, It's like, I don't know. Just finding excuses not to go, so I just stopped going. The first Easter and Christmas after moving here, I've been here about 3 years, I guess. The Central Coast. It's beautiful here, very beautiful. But yeah, I could not go to Mass. They need to build a cathedral here, just for me. They need to, they need to build a cathedral. I mean, this county, it's big, it's spread out. But you can't even go to freaking Easter or Christmas because you can't park anywhere. And the Catholic churches are so little. And I've been to some of the Protestant churches, and it's like, yeah, I get really, really upset too when people bash like each other's religion. Like the Catholics and the Protestants, they bash each other. Really, really bugs. I really get fired up over that because it's the IRA. It's like they already fought that battle when I was living in the city. That battle was going on, and I'd go to the Irish pub. They were all around my street, and they had like the lads that they lost. And they would all hang out and go to the bars on Geary Street, Geary and Clement in San Francisco, and so they had like. Go upstairs and they'd have the fallen soldiers, pictures of these young boys, and U2 song, Sunday, Bloody Sunday. And so, I don't know, I kind of feel like I lived it. And I am English, Irish, as well as Greek. And so, it just, yeah, I just kind of always just say, that war's been fought. And, anyway. I'm going to end this because I'm getting in too deep. The point was trying to get to Mass or church or any kind of church. I did a drive-by Protestant outside church thing. And I literally could not park anywhere at any church. anywhere around here, so you have to go like an hour early to go. And so I finally just didn't go for a couple of years, and so they need to build a cathedral here. They really do. They have the missions. Missions are, they're kind of small, but every big city, has a beautiful cathedral, like, in LA, and the one in LA is really, St. Sophia's in LA, where they have the Greek festival. It's absolutely beautiful with the icons on the ceiling. It's beautiful. And St. Mary's in the city, San Francisco, and St. Peter and Paul in North Beach. Those are beautiful. So even if you're not religious, it's art, just to go in and see the art. So, okay, I'm going to end this because I'm way off track. This was just the Astrobabble, and I hope you're entertaining yourself. And I hope you like my roses. I try to smell them every day. How they say stop and smell the roses, so I do smell them every day. Yeah, so playing around with iMovie, but it's hard. It's hard to learn. That's Mars and Saturn in Aquarius time to learn new things and buckle down and learn it. So anyway, take care. I do hope you're doing well. Try to reach out to someone. If you're alone, really try to reach out to somebody. Yeah, and there's helplines, because you can catch yourself. You can catch you. There's signs of depression, and you can catch yourself. And just about everyone is living in their pajamas now, pretty much, or half pajamas. But so it's good to get officially fully dressed once in a while. Anyway, take care. I'm going to end this. All right. If you like this channel, please like, subscribe, and share, but not this one. All right. Take care. Bye.